All right. Test, test, 1, 2, check. 1, 2. Can you guys hear me? What's good? These old flapping lips. Flapping. I like your name. What's good with it? I'm still not good at streaming, so I don't have any help with this, but we are doing a Sunday late night album review. I'll do here, and then eventually it'll get taken down, so you guys know where to find it. Everything sounds good? Okay. Welcome, welcome, welcome for all of you night owls like myself. I went back to my main page, Polo Reacts, and went to the post where I asked a lot of people, what album review would you guys like to see that I haven't done? And I haven't done many. And Dire Straits. And I like Dire Straits. I like listening to good music. So that's one that caught my eye. And I think it's a self-titled album, which I haven't heard. I've reacted to quite a few songs from it, but today I'll get to hear it in its entirety as it was meant. Dire Straits, I never clicked so fast. Sounded good. I am too wondering how you slept on Dire Straits for so long. You'd be amazed. Most people probably haven't heard a Dire Straits album when we look at how many people there are that's living on this earth, but if you were blessed to have them as a part of your childhood and help shape your musical taste and personality, you're lucky. Let's see what is. Yeah, so I'm just giving people some time to get in here before we start on the first song, which is Sultans of Swing. Sultans of Swing is one that I've reacted to, and I think it's almost at 1 million, or it might be at 1 million views on my main page, Polo Reacts. Okay, I was really vibing to the just the way he plays I love his style, and then his voice fits my personality. Whenever I'm going through tough times, I listen to Brothers in Arms, even though I've never been in the military, but that's a song that really strikes a nerve with me when I listen to it, and I come back to that record often. What the hell? They even got ads on the comments now. I mean, ads are in everything. I was watching Survivor, one of my favorite shows. I watch every season, but and I paused the Apple TV, and when I paused it, they put an ad over the pause. You know what I mean? Like, ads are just everywhere. It's crazy. So I'm looking at the comments, and there's an ad over it. What the hell? Like, goodness gracious. And I'm not getting none of that money. But anyway, I don't expect a lot of people to be here, but we're going to do this. And we're doing the Dire Straits album review. You guys know I'm not really a live type of person, but I'm challenging myself to do it. We're doing it here. So I appreciate you guys if you're here and you're rocking with me. Don't forget to like the video. And yeah, ads are just like that. It's just ridiculous. Like, you can't do anything. I mean, if they could put ads on your blinking, okay, like when you blink, you see an ad for Geico or something, they would put it there. It's like, goodness gracious. I paused the TV the other day, and I'm like, I'm watching Survivor, and I'm just pausing it to get up, and I see an ad. I was like, wow, that is a hell of a creative place to place an ad. It's wild, okay? Like they're going to figure out a way to sell to us one way or another, but that's not what we're here for. We're here to rock out, relax, and hopefully enjoy an incredible album. From what I've heard from the album so far, it's quite a few songs I've reacted to from Dire Straits that has been amazing, 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 amazing work. I love their style of music. I love their sound. So we'll get to see like the way they organize their songs and how one song transitions from another, and I'll have the lyrics pulled up for most of it. And yeah, hopefully this doesn't get taken down. The last live I did, got taken down in the middle of the live. So, I don't really know how that stuff works, but appreciate you guys for being here. All right, let's get started. First song is called Sultans of Swing. I've heard the live version. I have not reacted to the studio version, but the live version was magical. Okay. It's been a while. If you go back to Polo Reacts, you'll see that's one of my top view videos. And I reacted to the live version, and I never went to go check out the studio version of it. I don't think I've reacted to the studio version of it, but it was just the live version was magical. It's just, oh my God, just a great song. I didn't know what Sultans of Swing was about, but I thought it was going to be like an old 70s or 50s song, Sultans of Swing. I just thought it was some black and white oldies type of music. I didn't know what to expect. Sometimes I just hit play. Okay. And yeah, so here we are. Let's get to it. See what I mean? Right off the bat, beautiful.
You get a shiver in the dark, it's raining in the park, but meantime, sound of the river, you stop and you hold everything. Band is blowing Dixie, double fall time. You feel alright when you hear the music ring.
Oh.
Well, now you step inside, but you don't see too many faces.
Okay, so the way he delivers the verses is slightly different from the way he does it on the studio, which I like. They say, like, when I step inside, I'm not an artist, but I noticed the subtle differences in the way that he switches things up from the live performance, which was my first impression of the song. Okay. All right. Which is always beautiful. It just gives you an idea of the talent of these people. Like, if you love the studio version, you'll also love what I do live when I switch it up a little bit. Some people don't like that. They want you to perform it exactly the same way that it's done on the album. And then some artists are just, that doesn't make performing fun for them. All right. They want to, show you the different ways of how great they are and how they can make the song even more interesting, and they do a good job of it. It's risky, but it's dope.
Well, now you step inside, but you don't see too many faces. Coming in out of the rain, they hear the jazz
go down. That's the way he's like, coming in on the rain, hear the jazz go down. I've watched the video quite a few times. I'm sorry, if I keep pausing, it's going to take forever to to get through this album, but certain bands is like, they do so many incredible things, and you want to comment on every incredible thing that you hear. So I gotta like check myself at the door for that.
Well, now you step inside, but you don't see too many faces. Coming in out of the rain, they hear the jazz
go down.
Competition in other places, but the horns, they blowing that sound.
I noticed I learned this from the comment section, the call and response is completely different on the album version than the live version that I reacted to. And if you haven't seen it, it's on Polo Reacts, not this channel, my main channel, Polo Reacts, where I react to the live version. That was my first impression. But I've listened to that live version a billion times since I've reacted to it. So I remember the different melodies and riffs that he created on that live version. And I love it. I love the way I have to say, so far, I'm loving this 10 out of 10, but I'm definitely loving the live version more so far, but it's splitting hairs at this point.
Way on down south, way on down south, London town.
Okay, pausing more will keep YouTube off my back. Okay, I am reading the comments. here. Okay, so yeah, maybe that's a good thing. That's the way I originally started off reacting, was pausing whenever the hell I felt like doing it, but you can't please everybody. Some people hate it, some people love it.
Check out Guitar George. He knows all the chords. But it's strictly rhythm. He doesn't want to make it cry or sing.
I love how they started off the album with the banger. All right, there might be bigger bangers on the album. You guys who know the album already know that before me. We'll see when we get there. But they didn't wait. They didn't waste any time. It's the first song on the album, which I think in the old school days that was more common, to start it off with that the song. I'm assuming this was the lead single that made people buy the album. I'm assuming. Okay, you guys can correct me if I'm wrong in the comment section. But they're starting it off with the banger. But I can say we're only 1 minute and 39 seconds into the song, and I would say that the live performance is more magical than the studio version, but the studio version is still incredible. Okay, especially if it's your introduction to the song. But I'm loving the live performance.
If any old guitar is all he can afford, when he gets up under the lights to play his thing, then Harry doesn't mind if he doesn't make the scene. He's got a daytime job, he's doing all right. He can play the honky tonk like anything,
Honky tonk, all right?
saving it up Friday night.
Ooh, this is definitely a completely different vibe, okay? And I'm hoping that Brothers in Arms is on this album. I didn't look up the title, what tracks were on this. I just, on a whim, it's been a while since I've actually done anything for the channel and done a live performance. You guys know I'm not big on being live and doing this type of thing. But I feel like I need to do it or whatnot, because you guys have, you guys support me and watch the channel, like the videos, send in support, things of that nature. And I appreciate you and whatnot. But yeah, I'm hoping that song, it will be a great treat if it's on here tonight.
And Harry doesn't mind if he doesn't make the scene. He's got a daytime job, he's doing all right.
All right.
He can play the honky tonk like anything, saving it up Friday night.
Love the sound of his guitar.
With the Sultans.
Yeah, it's the Sultans, where the Sultans swing. Let's go. Hey, since I've reacted to this, I've listened to it a billion times.
And a crowd of young boys, they're fooling around in the corner, drunk and dressed in their best brown baggies in their platform soles. They don't give a damn about any trumpet playing band.
All right. Hey, what they got against that?
It ain't what they call rock and roll.
Oh, the politics.
And the Sultans.
I like the trumpet playing bands. All right. No, okay, I get it. It may not be, what I don't know. I'm not a music historian or what belongs in what certain genres, but all right, it's subjective. There's a lot of bands that have, the orchestra and different instruments that they do you have to separate yourself from all the thousands of different bands trying to be creative, so if you want to introduce things that are not traditional into that genre to be different, I'm all for it.
Yeah, the Sultans, they play Creole. Creole.
See, the live version has the dancing, the vibe, you know, the chemistry, the improv, you know, like I'm not crapping on this. This is 10 out of 10. Please believe me when I say that I'm loving everything I'm hearing now. But my introduction was the live performance. Okay, so that's what's, you know what I mean? So, you know, but I like both. I can definitely see how this, if you listen to this first, and now if you're the type of person that didn't like the live performance, I'm glad I wasn't born with your ears, all right? Here we go. Completely different style here. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. The live performance wipes the floor with this one. Okay. You know, 10 out of 10 both, but the other one is on epic proportions. Okay. When I'm listening to the solo and I don't hear that, you know, I don't play the guitar, but that part, I just love that part where he's playing, and it's just the live performance, in my humble opinion, wipes the floor with the studio version, which is a testament to how great Dire Straits is. Okay. Very conservative here. To the microphone. Let's go.
Say that last just as the time bell rings.
The drums beautiful there.
Now it's time to go home. Then he makes it fast with one more thing.
These guys are in a class of their own.
We are the Sultans.
We are the Sultans of swing. Okay. Oh, there's two solos. Okay. I might be wrong. Thank you, Robert. Appreciate the support. Let's go. Okay, I'm taking a little bit of it back. Okay, they made a little bit of headway back there at the end there. I like the second solo there. I love his style of solos, you know, like when you start to get into these different genres and you start to get to an idea of the personalities of the different you know, guitar gods, and how, you know, from Frank Zappa to, you know, what's the guy from Pink Floyd? Give me This Is Not Water in here, in case you guys are wondering. You get a different idea for their personalities and their different styles and how they try to separate themselves. And I like his style. Okay, you know, I can't put it in words, but it's beautiful. Okay, so I like the ending of this. Still sticking to my guns in terms of the live performance and the way he improv that, the call and response. You know, the only thing I know about music is like I say, that Polo, that thing that you're talking about, that's called call and response. All right. And that's what that is in music. All right. All right. All right. Cool. Dope. You know what I mean? But let's keep it going.